everyone, I'm Roxana from Melise Skin Bar. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tutorial on how to do an at-home facial. It's going to make you feel rejuvenated, hydrated, plump, exfoliated. It's wonderful for breakouts, anti-aging, all the things that we want to practice right now during these crazy times. And just make ourselves feel a little bit better. So I'm going to start out with using the Royal Rose by Bella Schneider, the oil cleanser. You want to use this while your skin is dry. And actually, the first step before this that I already did was wash my hands. Of course, I've washed my hands like 15,000 times today, but always right before a good cleanse. So you don't need a lot, about like a dime size. You want to kind of put it on your fingertips and rub it around, and you start with a dry face. This is awesome for removing your makeup, for getting some good hydration in the skin. It has jojoba oil in it. It has rosehip flower oil in it, which is so amazing for antioxidants. It has lots of vitamin C in it. It's rich in fatty acids and proteins. And it also has some grapeseed oil in it. It just feels so good. It's nice and refreshing. It really helps remove the makeup, dirt, impurities. So I like to start this as my first step. I like to go over my lips a little bit, get them nice and hydrated and soft. I like to use a soft towel, or if you have any sponges, you could use those as well, but something dry. So you're just going to really lightly remove the oil on your skin. I mean, look at all the makeup it takes off, and all I have on is bronzer and under eye concealer and a little mascara, and it just rolls right off. I'm going to wrap up my hair just to keep it nice and dry. And then I'm going to use the IS Clinical Warming Honey Cleanser. It's one of my favorite cleansers. It feels so good. It gets nice and warm. It's almost like a sensory experience. So I'm going to be starting with this. So you just want to put a little small even pea-size amount on your hands. I use my fingertips, and then this is when water comes to play. So you're going to get your hands a little wet. I just dip mine in a little bit of water. A little bit goes a long way with this one. And again, you're just going to massage it, always in upward motions. This cleanser is so amazing for deep cleansing. It's hydrating, it's soothing, it helps protect against the environmental aggressors, which is what we're all fighting right now. It balances problematic skin, which is amazing. It's wonderful for clogged and large congested pores. But another awesome and wonderful thing about this product is it's also for anti-aging. It's great for normal, oily, dry, combination skin. So I think it's a wonderful cleanser that everybody can benefit from. It has 45% glycerin in it, which is amazing for the barrier function of our skin, and promotes healing and developing normal skin cells. It also has 40% honey in it, which is an antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory. It helps control breakouts, and it assists in wound healing. It also has some papaya enzymes in it, which helps with a deep cleanse, and green tea extracts as well, which is wonderful for brightening too. So again, you can leave this on for up to 10 minutes. I'm just going to keep going around in light circles, really massaging it into the skin. I can really start to feel it heating up a little bit, kind of tingly almost, but feels super, super good, and like I'm getting a really deep cleanse, and just making sure I get the rest of that makeup off. So the next step I'm going to use is the Detoxifying Rejuvenating Self-Heating Mask by Bella Schneider. This is one of my favorites. It's a staple. And a little bit goes a long way with this. I use probably a little bit more than a dime size on your fingertips, rub it together, and I like to get it just a little bit wet to give it a little bit more range of motion. Has a very sharp texture to it. It has actual walnuts in it, so that is what is breaking down that top layer of the epidermis on the skin that's helping exfoliate and then penetrate all the rest of the ingredients into the skin. This has a plant-based fatty acid in it. It has grapeseed oil, cranberry, walnut. It's great for restoring, restructuring the skin, purifying, cleansing. It's anti-aging. You can leave this on for up to 20 minutes if you wanted to. I also like to do this in the shower now that I'm being forced to shave my legs and I can't come into work and wax them. So I have some extra time in the shower, and this is when you can do that too. The steam is really wonderful for it. It's a great purifier, a deep cleanser. I can feel it starting to get warm now. And because I've gone around with some circles, I've got some stimulation going on, I'm going to let it sit for about 20 more minutes. This you can also take down to your chest and get some good stimulation, circles, big circles going on, and exfoliate the skin. But the way to remove this, you can use your sponges really super gently, or you can use a towel like I used with the Royal Rose Cleanser, or you can just lean over the sink and splash it off as well. So my next step, I'm going to use Pump It Up Mask by Bella Schneider. This is one of my favorite masks. I call it the Green Goddess. It just makes you feel so good, plump, hydrated. It's wonderful for fine lines. It rebuilds the moisture barrier in the skin. Definitely something to keep on the shelf. And you can sleep in it. You can leave it on as long as you want. You can massage it into the skin for just a few minutes. It's kind of up to you. Skin can absorb it super quickly. So that's why sometimes I just even sleep in it or ride home in my car with it on my way home from work. So I'm going to apply this next. So again, you just need a small amount with this mask as well. I would say probably about the size of a quarter, especially if you are feeling really dry and flaky, or just like your fine lines are standing out a little bit more than usual. Because we just did all that exfoliation, I am feeling a little tingle, a little sensation here and there, but don't forget about those lips. It feels good. It's not anything intense. So it's been about 25 minutes. My skin has really drank it up. I've massaged it, did lots of circles, lots of stimulation. So I'm just going to use a towel to remove it and kind of pat it onto my skin without being too abrasive with it. Okay, so my next step and first serum is the IS Clinical Active Serum. This is so important to me that I have this little sample that I'm going to use because I need every last drop of this bad boy. So I'm going to use my sample of the active serum. This is a multitasking serum. A little bit goes a long way. This dropper is much smaller than the dropper that you will be receiving, but even this small one, just compared to my finger, will be applied all over my face and is plenty enough. So the reason I'm so in love with this serum is because it helps with fine lines. It's tingly a little bit. It's great for unclogging the skin, brightening, tightening, blemish prone, uneven. It is cellular turnover galore. Like, it does just enough to where you can really feel the exfoliation. and brightness the next day, or even for me, even later on during the day. I can just feel it activating as soon as possible. Another great thing about this active serum, it is great for fine lines, acne, and wrinkles, but it can also be used with retinol as long as you time it out every other night. So another reason why this brand IS Clinical is so important and remarkable is even pregnant, nursing, going under chemotherapy, women, people in general can use these products. You can do the facial, you can do the all the cleansers, all the serums, all the moisturizers. It is for everyone. So this makes a big difference for that hormonal acne that we get when we're pregnant, or when we're breastfeeding. So this is something that you can fall back on and feel very safe about. Step in my serums is the IS Clinical Hydra Cool Serum. This is one of my favorites. It's like a makeup artist's favorite. It can be used with a beauty blender. You can mix it with your makeup. But overall, it's so awesome for calming the skin, for redness-prone skin like mine, for acne, dehydration. It's wonderful for a post-procedure, so microdermabrasion, peels, anything that stimulating. So what we just did, this is wonderful for that. You just need I use 2 pumps. You probably just need 1, but I really like to press it into the skin. It feels so calming and cool. It prevents antioxidant protection as well. I'm sorry, it provides antioxidant protection as well. And it's so good for men after shaving. Like, they love it. My boyfriend loves it. It's super, super refreshing. It's great with the other active serums. And it's wonderful for, I feel like, reducing redness, giving you that great dewy look also. So in my last and final step of my at-home facial, I'm going to use the Reparative Moisture Emulsion. I love, love, love this cream moisturizer. It's a little thicker in consistency, but it's wonderful for before putting on makeup. It blends well with SPF. It's super soothing, very hydrating. It's great for all skin types. It's awesome for combination skin, even acne-prone skin like mine. It has lots of plant botanicals in it, so it's super calming, and it helps against the environmental damage as well. It has that technology in it, which is pretty cool. So again, you probably just need a pea size of this. I like to kind of press it into the skin. It is so refreshing. It's nice and smooth, almost silky. So I like that feeling a little bit better than a thicker moisturizer, especially when I do have one more layer of sunscreen and then my makeup to put on top of this. I kind of do like that thinner, silkier texture. So if you're into that, this is the product for you. It has so many antioxidants in it. It feels amazing. And then it helps with anti-aging as well. So we're plumping, we're fighting against the environmental rays, and we're looking good. So even in times like these, when we're staying inside most of the day, my last and final step is the Bella Schneider Oleo Fix SPF. It's SPF 33, but we already have a ton of antioxidants on the skin, vitamin C, which is a natural reflectant to the sun. It helps protect those cells, but we need to make sure that we are preventing any sun damage, especially after all the exfoliation we just did in our at-home facial. So you just need about 1 pump of this SPF. You can apply it all over the skin. I love the feeling of this. It feels really great. It blends well with makeup. I like to press it into the skin a little bit. Definitely get your neck really well. And for me, the forehead is a really big place of of hyperpigmentation, especially this driver side that we really need to be aware of. The sun gets us even when we're in the house. So just be careful, be safe, stay well, treat yourself good, treat yourself to a nice little facial. I feel wonderful. And let's all take care.